How you doing up there?
A lot better now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're welcome, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Where did you find them?
Somewhere down the alley.
This is fine.
Do you think... Oh, come on! Maybe movie. Hello and welcome to moobtube.
That's the one.
What he said.
Apparently that is the way. Hello, welcome back to Maybe Movies, our final episode of the month, and also our Act 3 of Snakes at 37,000 feet. My name is Max.
Oh, my name is Sam.
And I'm warm.
Just a little. Just a little.
Just a little steamy round the gills. Thank you, as always, for joining us again. Before we leap into Act 3, very quickly, announcements. No, we're going to do one in turn.
Oh.
Did you not read the memo?
Memo?
Memo. There was no memo. Right, so first of all, as you will be aware, if you've been checking out our social media, our poll is up for this month for you guys to have a chance to cast your votes and to decide whether or not our new film is a viable maybe movie or not. Of course, this will mean that you will have to wait until the beginning of August for the result, as July is our month away from Delirium, so that we don't melt into a puddle. Psychologically speaking. Physically, it's far too late for that.
Oh, way too late.
I can't put my feet on the floor. It's just oozy flesh down there at the moment. Your oozy flesh.
Oh, it's always better when it's your own.
Everyone likes their own brand.
Oh, yeah.
So do please check that out. It will also be going up onto our Instagram story as of today as well. So that'll be running for another 24 hours.
Never heard you make those noises before.
No, it's a poop.
Well, everybody likes their own, don't they?
Sorry, it's not. So yeah, other reminders. Well, again, obviously, in terms of not being here next month, there will still be stuff coming out on the channel. We do some more movies, actually. Keep an eye out as well, because I am going to be looking at doing a podcast version of our original episodes from 3 years ago, because that was right back when I was an editing virgin and didn't really know what I was doing. They won't be hugely edited, but hopefully I can improve the quality of the audio and things like that, and they will be being put out just as straight podcasts on the channel, so do keep an eye out for those. And last one is our shout out for today, which goes out to our old friend Dean from Billion Bytes.
Yay.
Huge congratulations on hitting your 1k subs.
Oh, congratulations.
Well done, Dean.
Yes, so please do check out the link above. Visit his channel. He's a great documentary filmmaker who we've worked with several times, and have a look at what he's done, because it's help him get those much needed public watch hours.
Very good films.
Yes, they are. Just so he can get some of that sweet, sweet partnership program cash.
Sweet.
Like nuts.
No.
I still can't quite tell what's in here.
I think it's bits
Is
of
it chocolate chips?
No, so I think it's bits of Skiffle.
It just feels like chocolate chips to me.
It does feel a bit like chocolate chips.
Yeah. It's random. If it is.
Body fuel.
Drumstick body fuel.
Because that's so healthy.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like drumsticks.
Ew.
What do you mean, ew?
What, a drink version of drumsticks?
I've had drumstick air freshener before. Everything is made better with drumsticks. We're not getting backhanders.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
No, unfortunately not. Okay, oh yes, there was one final thing. Thank you, by the way, to whoever our mysterious benefactor is.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, if you look on IMDb, you will discover that Maybe Movies exists as a TV show. We did not do this. We don't know who did this. Thank you for the detail that you've gone into adding the show on there. A huge thank you from Shane Smith for creating an IMDb profile for him. So whoever you are, brilliant. And obviously, again, if you do like what we do here, that's another way of showing your appreciation. go on IMDb and add to our rating. There will be a link in the description below.
Go check it out, folks.
Okay, shall we do this?
Let's.
Shall we?
Well, we're going to have to do it at some point.
Come on then.
Now?
Moobs.
God.
Okay, anyway, so I'm currently on 1 star, I think.
I am also on 1 star, I believe.
I should probably be on more. I think you're on at least 2.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm sure I only got 1.
No, I think over the past 2 weeks, I think you've got a couple.
I need to give myself another star then.
Have you still got yours on your hat?
I did see one on my other hat, but I've lost track of how many stars I got anyway.
I think you're on 1 as well, I think.
Was I? I don't think I did very well in this episode.
I know you definitely got 1.
No?
Yeah, you definitely got 1 because that's why you got it on the start. That's why you got it on your hat.
I thought that might have been from a different episode.
No, you got 1 from Act 1.
Nah.
You did definitely, because Sam was saying about possibly making the cowboy a little bit racist, and you said actually it's made for TV. We don't need to. We will
That's
avoid
right.
that.
It wasn't like yeah.
Yeah, so you did definitely get 1.
Oh, good memory, boys.
Quick thing then from the end of Act 2, where we had the plane going out and all the controls freezing and they dip and they skim over the ocean. That was kind of where we ended Act 2.
More or less, yes.
I was thinking, just quickly to dip back into that, in the process of doing that and obviously trying to get everything working again, I think we should have lost either Rick or Chuck Connors. So we're down to 1 pilot.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think we should lose then?
I think we should lose Rick.
You think so?
Yeah, I think.
Why?
I think having the captain there for a bit longer is better, and probably even at the time when this was made, like sort of like early 90s, Chuck Connors is still going to be a bigger name than David Koenig, whatever his name is.
I suppose. I don't have a reasonable argument against that, although I don't necessarily agree.
My thought was Rick, but again, obviously you don't have to go with what I say.
No. I'm just disagreeing with him being the most famous person.
He was a bigger name out of the 2 of them.
Oh yeah, I suppose yeah.
You know, because the other guy, he doesn't really kind of become more of a recognisable actor until you get into the early 2000s.
Does it matter either way? Either pilot?
Yeah, no, I don't mind. So let's just go with what you say.
Okay, because I was thinking that maybe he goes down and tries to crank the heating up in the cab or something to counteract the effect. But in doing so, knocks out the air conditioning, which will then lead us into the thing in Act 3 in Snakes on a Plane, where they're not getting the oxygen.
Yeah,
I did also unfortunately think of it's not a deal breaker, but it was just also one thing that we'll have to take into account. Rising to Meet the Dawn is going to be more difficult because they're moving east to west.
I was wondering if you were going to figure that one out.
Yes.
Yes,
So-
it's going to be a lot more difficult.
But I might have an idea, but we'll come to that in a minute. But my thinking was, so yeah, we get into Act 3, we get that whole bit where they have to go down into the hold to reset everything. Samuel L. Jackson is going to be the one who goes,
Of course he is.
as he does. Which is perfect, because without him there to keep an eye on what everybody else is doing, that then allows for the kind of tribal mentality of sacrificing the doll, or, as I suggested last time, there's a baby.
Right.
Manya, I think is Shatner's missus.
Malnia.
Manya, I think it's Malnya or something like that, yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
quite
good.
hear.
You
I
actually
didn't-
looked it up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't actually look up the spelling.
Yeah, I think it's Manya. Manya.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Mania.
Mania.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. That's
yeah.
well spotted,
Good
sir.
point.
Yeah, but we don't know if it is.
No, it is. It is. I was watching it earlier. That is.
Okay, thank you.
So I think we get the same suggestion from her. We use the doll, but then I think this is an opportunity to really drive home Mrs. Pinder's evil and have her suggest the baby.
Well, this is one of those things where we've got to think about, like, in the original film, they went with the doll because it was meant to be a sympathetic manifestation of what's-her-face.
Yes, absolutely.
And obviously a baby is a bit different from that. But then again, the way the druids are being portrayed in Horror at 37,000 feet, they would totally sacrifice a baby.
Mm. But I did also think when Sam Jackson goes down into the hold, that he takes Shatner with him.
I quite like that.
Oh, right.
So neither of them are there.
So there's no one there to argue against the insanity.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So this is going on at the same time Samuel L. Jackson and Shatner have gone down into the basement or into the bowel of the ship.
Yeah.
And when should Shatner go, there's too many motherfucking snakes.
Oh,
It's motherfucking plane.
At which point Sam Atkins goes, "Hey, that's my line."
Yeah.
yeah. I love it. I think we'll come to, yes, we will definitely have to have that. But what I did also think is when they're down there, when they've got that moment together, you might want to throw in, kind of like to lift a little bit from Dusk Till Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a faithless preacher? Or are you a mean motherfucking servant of God?
I'm a mean servant of God.
Again, I'm not saying it's going to work, but it's
So
like
similarities to Harvey Keitel's character in
yeah.
I don't mind the idea. Why not? Because he's a man who's lost his faith anyway, isn't he? So
I think I agree. We should bring more scary into this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've been, it's cold. Now, we need to do the whole druid thing. We need to have, like, some kind of confrontation.
While they're down there.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the missing bit. So they go down there. Maybe they can see the big container with the altar at the back of the hold.
Yeah. With
the big rent in the side of it, with all the cold coming out of it. So maybe in the midst of that, you get like the silhouette of the figures in robes.
Yes.
And
that's the sort of thing I was thinking of.
But what I was thinking is, again, poaching from stuff that's yet to be invented by the time that this film is made. You see, kind of reach over and you get a bit of the Night King kind of thing with the snakes that are dead in the hold. Their eyes turn blue. And they bring them back as zombie snakes.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Do you think that's
I think that's a star.
Yeah,
I think that's a star. That's fantastic. Because I was thinking, Jackson's got that aerosol with the lighter.
Yes.
And that gives him an excuse to use cold zombie snakes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that also gives, just seeing the fire, I mean, I know Shatner kind of knows already, but again, it's in the circumstances that they're in, seeing the fire will then allow him to make the connection when they go back upstairs.
Yes.
But I also had another reason, because I think I know how we can end this slightly differently.
Okay.
But I'll come back to that, if I may.
We're jumping too far.
So I don't think we're jumping too far.
Let's run it through, sorry.
Right, yeah, okay.
For audience sake, we'll run it through.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Hello.
Hello.
But they do the thing, they reset the air conditioning and everything so everyone can cool down.
Yeah.
Rush back up. Obviously, they back away, get back up topside where everything's going crazy. They're wanting to throw. I take it by this in the interim. This will be cut away with them throwing the doll down first, and that doesn't work.
Yes.
And that's where they're having the argument about the baby.
Right. Yeah. No, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that makes it really tense then.
Yes.
Because this is real stakes.
Because it's a weird one as well. Because
they're real snakes.
Nice one.
Again, I mean, even people like the cowboy and stuff in 37,000 feet, they go to try and sacrifice sheep, don't they?
Yeah.
So we get like divisions drawn here.
Maybe we should play on to some of the relationships from earlier on and have like Barney, because it's Barney, isn't it, the actor? Yeah. Barney on one side and maybe 3G on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't getting into no voodoo shit.
Yes, exactly. We haven't sort of discussed it, but we've already had that moment where he freaks out and it's Barney who puts him in his place.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose
that's some freaky ass voodoo bullshit right there.
Exactly. That'll be interesting as well, because by the sounds of it, we're going to end up with Mr. Farley, the
old businessman, yeah.
So it's going to be, so it might end up, you get that division where it's all of the white folks who are quite happy with it, considering it's druidic magic, and yet it's all of the ethnic minority who are against it.
Yeah. Oh no, well, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
That's
is that
that's how.
Thank you.
No, we're pulling some cool shit out of our ass in the last act. That's worth stars. That is.
Yay! But yes, they then reappear and have to try and sort all of this out.
Yeah.
Which is when you get, obviously in Snakes on a Plane, more snakes have got into the cockpit.
Of course they have. Yes.
So that's what gets in there and kills
so there'll
the
be the zombie snakes in the cockpit
that have got in and killed the captain. So we still have to have the whole bit with Troy.
So what happens if you get bitten by a zombie snake? Do you become a zombie snake? Or do you just become a zombie?
We can throw that in there as well if we want.
The venom surely is just
well, the venom would be...
Or is the venom gone?
Like a freezed venom.
Yeah. I think that... No, actually, no. I'm sorry. I like that. I think when they try and get the door
imagine
open,
like somebody getting bit and like all their veins freezing
up, yes.
as they go up their body sort of thing.
So it'd be even better. They can't get in. Captain, open the door. When they prise the door open, he's just stood there with all his eyes all blue and stuff.
Veins.
Oh, right, yeah.
Fantastic. But then obviously,
Dawn
I
of
guess,
Snakes.
yes, take a shot at him. Maybe that's it. They take a shot at him and he just shatters like ice.
Yes, that would be a good one, because he's a problem if we keep him around too long.
Exactly. And then we get, yes, your line from Shatner.
But Shatner and Sam Jackson together at this point.
Yeah.
And they're at the cockpit.
Yes.
Okay, so should we have Shatner saying it that way, and then Sam Jackson's just like, hell no. Have you seen the TV-rated version of Snakes on a Plane?
No.
Where they actually, I forgot what the line is.
I have had it with these monkey-fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Whatever it is, it's so rubbish.
The lip syncing looks so terrible.
Yeah, it's not even good sound designing, is it?
But yeah, my sort of saying for the ending. So they will resolve the situation with the baby light, and that's just not happening straight up. Everybody sit the fuck down, basically.
Yeah, that's totally not happening.
But what I was thinking is they go in, so they take Troy and Sam Jackson go into the cockpit to try and land the plane.
Yes.
Obviously. Or he sets them all up ready to do the shoot, to do the thing. But when they look around, Shatner's not there. Because when they went into the hold earlier, you noticed there's a fuck-off hatch right next to where the altar is.
Right. Okay.
So his plan is when he blows out the window, try and get the plane to tilt and blow out the hold as well, suck the altar straight out into the ocean.
Okay.
So he still gets the self-sacrifice that he makes in the film.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I like it.
Yeah, that saves us from having to worry about the mechanics of rising to meet the sun when you're actually flying away from the sun.
Yeah.
I can't see why not.
Because then you'd have a bit when the container hits the ocean, and the ocean just freezes into a little glacier or something.
Yeah, until it gets low enough that it starts to, over the top again, That would be my solution. Obviously, I know we haven't really addressed it, but that's because we kind of assume that it's going to run on rails, all of the stuff on land with the snake specialists.
Oh shit, we forgot about that, didn't we?
Yeah, that will all just go the same, it's just inserts in the rest of the action.
Yeah, there's nothing to change how that goes, so...
They land the plane.
Yeah, it seems like you just wrote the end of the movie.
I mean, do we want to have anything? I know we haven't, because we haven't got the kid from like the witness from Snakes on the Plane. Do we need that much sort of catharsis on when they actually land at the airport? Or
you'd still have the catharsis, but you'd probably have played up Jackson's relationship to one of the hostesses more.
Yes.
And that's what the ending would be focused on.
Yeah, so you'd still get the ending with him and Claire, because we haven't really Claire, we haven't really included her in that much.
No, we haven't. We've had so much to juggle around with.
Yeah, we could even emulate that ending moment with Manya when she says, "Why did he do it? Why did he go back there?" And you just have Sam Jackson saying, again, just almost reiterate what he said down below. Because he's a mean motherfucking servant of God.
Yeah. that's a nice little ending. Yeah.
The last line of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see a serious fade to black on that.
Yeah.
Yep, and then we get your favourite music video.
Oh, would it? Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
But I think that's it. That's the end of the film.
That was Snakes at 7,100 feet.
17,100
236,000 feet.
That's okay, so we're going to do our usual. We're going to take a couple of seconds. We're going to fade to black ourselves. And when we come back, we will be casting our votes for whether or not we think Snakes at 37,000 feet is a maybe movie or not. So we'll be back in 2 seconds.
I've got 2. You've got 3?
Apparently so.
I've got 3 as well. So Sam, we're with you first.
I know I tend to be a naysayer, but I actually quite like this. I think we made something fairly decent out of it, especially out of a very mediocre TV movie and a very silly early 2000s movie, late 90s movie. No, I enjoyed it. I think we made something out of it. I think it's a real movie.
Okay. Do you want to go next, or do you want me to go next?
I'll go next. I do agree with Sam. I think it has potential. At first, I didn't think it did, actually. And I think today has surprised me on how well that went overall. So, yeah, it's got my thumbs up. What about you, though?
Me?
Yes,
You're asking me?
you over there.
Oh, I feel so included. We are of one mind. I think it works really well. I think, as you say, we've managed to mesh these two together and come out with something a little bit special.
We even added a new thing. We put zombies in there.
I know, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That makes me want to watch that as a whole separate film itself.
Yes.
Zombie snakes on a plane.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the sequel.
Or just zombie snakes. They don't even have to be in a plane. It could I just want to see zombie snakes.
If we want to, again, we can have as a credit scene that the back of the plane just a zombie snake.
Oh no! I was just thinking I could have done that thing where it was like one of those boxes that's stuck in the water, but there's a snake in there, as if it's going to another country. Like possibly a hint that it's imported into the ocean.
Yeah,
but it's got zombie snakes in there, and it's almost like a post-edit credit scene.
No, I was going to say
sequel.
Yeah,
nice.
Fantastic. But yes, I agree. I think we've done something really, really cool here. I think it works.
Yeah, so it's thumbs ups all round there.
Yes. And as always now, it's over to you guys. So, as always, check over the month, so watch the episodes, have a think about it, cast your vote as to whether or not you think this is a maybe movie or not, and at the beginning of August, at our pitch meeting, we will announce the winner. What do we do now?
I don't know.
Are we going to get paused? What about you? You know the King's probably still waiting for you to come back and say whether or not...
I don't think we're on speaking terms anymore now.
So you might want to stay then, because, not on speaking terms. He is the King. Treason.
Well, he just doesn't respond to his texts, so...
Oh, does he not? Well, he is kind of station-wise somewhere above you.
Still no excuse.
I guess we better get comfortable then, haven't we?
We're going to go to sleep before we just get randomly paused, because that's not comfortable. And we'll see you next time.
TTFN, guys.
What?
Just get comfortable, man. It'll be fine.
Yep, don't worry. No one needs to know.
Ba 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 ba.